All right, so a bit of an impromptu stream on this Saturday night. Pretty much just wanted to sit back, relax, and see what happens next, like usual. There's some stuff I gotta do later on tonight, but I figure for 2 hours or so, just again sit back and we'll see what happens. So again, this is an impromptu. Nobody knows this is up and running right now. So what's going on in the world today? Apparently, Maine is getting hit by a big old tidal wave of hurricanes. If anyone sees us afterward, you live in Maine and stuff, I hope you're doing well. Wish you the best. Wish you well. Uh, Movie news, I don't know what's going on that front because I never really keep up with stuff, at least with movies today. Let's see, uploaded Spider-Man Lotus, the fan film recently. That was an awful film. Hey Lucas, Kyle, how you two doing tonight? Hope everything's going well for you guys. And a sort of impromptu stream to see what will happen next. And we'll see. How is everything going tonight for you guys? It's an impromptu stream, so I doubt a lot of people don't be in. They'll be busy doing other stuff, other streams, other things. Doing okay with requests so far, Lucas. Getting decently caught up. Lucas, I'll have your last one up sometime tomorrow. Hey there, Ryan. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, just trying to think of something to talk about because I don't really look at the news. I don't look at the movie news. I really don't know what's going on in the world. So yeah, I'm kind of oblivious to the world. I would say that. Hey there, Kevin. Hey there, EM. Hope you're doing well. No problem, Lucas. And yeah, sorry, I don't have much to talk about because the movie news is pretty much dead. Really, right now, you talk about movies. You got the strikes going on. You got all the films being pushed back. There's only so many times you can complain about Exorcist Believer or whatever the hell else is coming out. That Cemetery prequel. I mean, it's not really with bated breath movies coming out. Yeah, Ryan, but again, I won't spoil it because I upload each day. So each day I upload, people will find out what I've seen lately. So I'll let that be for when I upload them. And you already know I upload on a daily basis, so people will find out that way. Plus, you can look at it as like a surprise as well. Well, yeah, if the first Escape Plan was a good movie, sure, why not? But the sad thing, it wasn't. Thus, who cares about the sequels if the first one wasn't even that good? So, of course, yeah, the first Escape Plan was good, but sadly, it wasn't. It was complete disappointment. A better actor, I would say Van Damme, just to look at films like JCVD and Hell and Wake of Death. But I think Dolph does a good job as well. But if you make to be picked between the two, I'll say Van Damme, just look at his performances in Wake of Death, In Hell, and JCVD. That's cool, Lucas. Very cool to hear, Lucas. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Again, since this is out of the blue, and it's Saturday night, I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of stuff going on the Saturday night, so can't really blame them for it. Hey there, Bobby. Hope you're doing well. That's cool, Lucas. That's cool to hear. Thank you for that. Let's see. Let's see if there's any movie topics or something going on as I look over here. Oh, you're working on a Saturday night? Well, there you go. That figures. I hope your work goes well. Then I'll say that. How about that? Hope your work goes well. Alice Movie Collector. Hello there. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I don't really have any topics or anything. Just kind of talking to the chat and letting the chat kind of direct where the conversation goes and so forth, like usual. Because to be honest, you guys are the reasons that keeps the channel going. Like that's the truth of the matter. So it's just the truth of the matter. So nope, never met Jet Shoulder. I know Fabio did recently, but nope, never did. Well, thank you, Lucas. I appreciate the super chat, man. Like I said, every penny helps. So £2, I appreciate it. How would you improve the 2023? Mutant Mayhem. How would I improve on it? Well, let's see. Uh, Fuck Seth Rogen. Get him the hell out of there. That'd be number one. Fire Seth Rogen. Fire the voice actors. I don't care about the teenagers. I care about them being actual good characters with actual good writing, with actual martial art ninja sequences. Uh, Cut the April puking for a minute. Cut the Splinter having relations with a cockroach for whatever reason. Don't cut the whole entire backstory that makes them ninjas in the first place, because I think it's stupid that they just watched YouTube videos and kung fu movies to know martial arts. So let's not have that. Let's have an actual backstory, an actual script. There's a lot of things to do to improve on the film. In other words, a page one rewrite. A page one rewrite would be of needed. Hey, thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you rather watch the three Godzilla fan films or Spider-Man Lotus, and why? I have not had a chance to see the fan films. I know you sent them on Facebook, but I could already say those three because number one, they're not 2 hours each, and number two, I doubt Godzilla's going to be crying for 2 hours like an emo bitch, like Spider-Man Lotus's Peter Parker does. So that alone would make me want to watch those three over Spider-Man Lotus. And you're not going to have 2.5 minutes of Mothra walking around the water while crappy, moody music plays in the background. So I would say the Godzilla I would choose. Night Flyer, not really a fan of it. Miguel Ferrer did a good performance, but not a fan of the story, the ending in particular. I think Bruce and Brandon, yeah, I think eventually they would have made a film. Hey there, Aragorn. Uh, Dead Man's Hand. Yeah, I never heard of the film, but I'm not surprised as crap. Green Goblin's Last Stand, I have not seen that one. Yeah, I know the Yondaban Godzilla. Yeah, I remember that story that he was going to direct it, but didn't come to be. And then what was that? Before that, I want to say it was it Chuck Russell? Someone else in the 80s going to direct Godzilla. Blasto, I played a little bit back in the day. I do remember Phil Hartman voicing it. I haven't played it in years and years and years. I know it's on that PlayStation Mini I have. Just a Man, hello there. Uh, uh, no, Cutthroat Island is not flawless. I'm not really a fan of Cutthroat Island, so no, his '90s run is not flawless, but fairly good. Fairly good. Well, that's cool, Aragorn. I appreciate that. Yeah, I will. I will take you up on that offer. I'll take you up on that offer, Aragorn. Thank you. Samuel, I would choose Speed, the film Speed, not Taken Speed. Although with the movies I've seen, I should be taking Speed. Hey, Peter Freaked Out, doing okay? I've heard the Postal video game. I've never seen it. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that once again, man. What's worse, the wet ones or Spider-Man Lotus? The wet ones is worse because that's like 2.5 hours, over 2.5 hours of a guy playing with his dolls. And then he bought cameos from Lisa Wilcox and Andy Dick. It's literally dolls that he's playing with. So he doesn't show his face, but just dolls and bad voiceover for 2.5 hours. So the wet ones is worse. But Spearman Lotus, no reason they should cost over $100,000. Ridiculous. Purely ridiculous. But thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it, man. Rush Hour 4, I mean, Rush Hour 3 I wasn't a fan of, so I wasn't really crying out for Rush Hour 4. The end of the golden age of superhero movies? I hope so. Thank you, Ryan. I'm glad someone enjoyed the Sonic 3 playthrough. I had some dick. What was his name? Retro Sanctuary. Huh, this is really painful. I'm just saying. Of course, I looked at his channel and went, whatever, dude. I looked at these two guys and I'm like, you look like a balding 40-year-old virgin. And the other guy near you looked like a Bucky Beaver psychopath ready to make hair out of teeth. So, whatever. I know I'm being mean, but whatever. They started it first. Eastern Promises, I'll go with Eastern Promises. I was Jack Kilmer. I don't think I've ever seen anything Jack Kilmer's done. Hey there, Jonathan. Replicant, I liked it. What's worst movie of the year for you this year? Uh, Bo is Afraid is pretty bad, but I don't know. It's hard to pick the worst of the year. There's been too many. Been too many. Necronomicon, I barely remember the anthology. Most disappointing movie of 2012, 2013. I don't even know what movies came out that year, so I don't know. Will we get a comeback of 80s, 90s style martial arts action stars? No. The audience today, they think that stuff is cheesy. They think that stuff is corny. And they think that stuff is old hat. So, and that's the modern audience who goes to the theater. So, no, martial arts action stars will not make a comeback. As much as I want to, gotta face the facts. The best you'll get is on streaming service, like Scott Atkins, what he does. The King, thank you for that, man. Thank you, Ryan. Libracast, hello there. Thanks, I'm glad you enjoyed that review, man. Do you wish Murder by Phone got a release from Vinegar Syndrome? I wish yeah. Because I like that film. Richard Chamberlain stars. It's a goofy plot, but it's a fun B movie. That evil telephone guy, like sending electrical signals to people over the phone and making their eyes bleed and they explode like a back. It's a decent stunt work. It's a goofy movie, but it's a fun B movie, and I've seen much worse get released. Like what is that movie? There's a lot of worse movies that have come out. Hey there, Alex. Favorite Cronenberg non-horror film? Non-horror? Um, is The Dead Zone really a horror film? Because I would pit that. If not, then I guess A History of Violence. A figure review? No, I've never done a figure review. Sunset Heat, never seen. Yeah, I could Aragorn. I could compare it. I don't know what the worst of 2023 would be. It's too many to list. Hey there, Drew. Well, again, Kevin, I don't remember all the movies that came out in those 2 years. I would have to look at a full list to say which is the number one most disappointing. Yeah, that's the man movies I liked. Campfire Tales. It sounds familiar. Oh, that's cool, Gene. Thank you. I don't have a favorite biopic as of now. You watch Expendables 2 right now? That's too bad. Spider-Man Lotus sucks? You're right. Hell High is a lot better than Demented Alex. No problem, the team. I do like Extreme Prejudice. Although the teaser trailer is misleading because the teaser trailer makes it seem like the entire film's going to be Ned Nolte versus this squad of AWOL soldiers, and that's not really the case. So the teaser trailer is very misleading, but even the trailer is misleading, but I still like the film. Well, Lucas, I don't know if that would be a review. Hey there, Michael. Do you like talk shows? I don't really watch talk shows. I don't mind Conan O'Brien when he did it. Hey, Portal Player. Best fan made film. I like Kung Fury. I like Never Hike Alone. I don't like the people who made it, but I liked the film. Never Hike Alone. Spider-Man Chronicles. Never seen it. Any superhero films you like this year? Not that I know of. A favorite version of Black Cat? Nah, I don't have a favorite version. Never been to Chicago. Favorite superhero movie of all time? I don't know. The ones I keep thinking of are not superheroes. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990, The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren, but those aren't superheroes. So I don't know what my favorite superhero movie. I guess I'll choose Superman the movie. The American version of Old Boy, I never saw it. Political Pundits, I've never seen it. Carl Yordra, never seen it. Let's just make superhero movies and remakes. That sounds about right. But thankfully, a lot of them have kind of bombed or not done well. Bobby, you can make any film you want. Go for it. That's a weird question. Which would you rather watch, Sesame Street or a Serbian film? Sesame Street. Brightburn, I didn't like the first one, so why do I care about the sequel? I played Dead to Rights long ago on PS2. I like Batman 89. I like Daredevil Director's Cut, but I would say Superman the movie. At least the first 2/3 of it. Uh, Michael, depends because the movie only has 90 minutes to tell a story, while the 2003 cartoon has multiple seasons, so it has much more running time. So it's not fair to like compare the two because really the 90 only had 90 minutes to tell its story, and it's hard to compare with that a show that had hours and hours and hours of stuff and material. Tim Burton is pissed at Warner Bros. Good. No, I don't watch any political pundits. No. Cosmopolis, not a fan of it. Uh, Backwards compatible. No, I'm fine with the PS3 I have. I mean, if there's a PS3 that has like a ton of games on it, like okay, if someone sold a PS3 modded that like the Ninja Turtle games that are completely gone, like Out of the Shadows, which I found out someone told me it was digital only, that's why you can't find it, or that was a reshelled, which was the remake of Turtles in Time. If someone had that type of stuff on it, then maybe I would buy that one day. Three Blind Mice, never, don't know what that is. Yeah, Anthony's a cool guy from Resident Evil. Hopefully one day he'll come on here. We can talk. We could rant on Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. But he's busy with stuff. Very, very busy. Unspeakable, never heard of. Cyberpunk 2077. Nope, never seen it. Favorite band, AC/DC. Call of Cthulhu, never played it. Do you think movie theaters will survive? Yeah, but they may have to change and maybe they merge with other organizations where they have this, but then you could also go see a movie. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they'll outright die out. It's just they're going to have to, in some way, some capacity, reform and adapt. I don't know how that would be, but Annabelle 4, didn't know there was a third one. A second Hulk from 2003, sure, but no one else liked that movie. Peter Hyams films, favorites. Um, End of Days, The Relic, 2010 year remake Contact, Stay Tuned, Time Cop, a lot of stuff of Peter Hyams. Nah, not Blue Thunder. That's John Badham. What was it? Narrow Margin. I believe that was Peter Hyams. I like that one. I've enjoyed all the game requests. I like when people send game requests. It's a cool change of pace. Serial Mom, I barely remember. The Greatest Living Actor. Living, I'll put Gene Hackman. Murder Drones, never heard of it. Top Gunner, Days of Thunder, I'll choose Days of Thunder. Do you think physical stores will survive? Depends what you mean, but which kind of stores? Unspeakable, never heard of it. Yeah, I played Apocalypse with Bruce Willis on the channel. Oh, it's 2 a.m. UK? Ah, very cool. What you up to this late or this early? Hey, Rich, hope you're doing well. Yeah, I like Roy Scheider. Daydon, not a fan of the film. Do you think movies will become better again? I have no hope. I like the comic book panels in Hulk 2003 that made it unique. Mummy 3, I thought sucked. Oh, sorry I didn't see this earlier, man. It didn't show it to me. Glad I checked. But thank you, editor. Your thoughts on Castlevania games? I haven't played them much. I played a little bit of the first one. It's pretty tough. The second one's confusing. And I did what the back in the day was an angry Nintendo nerd when he ranted on that game. I fully get what he's coming from. The only thing I liked about was the fire whip, but it's a very confusing game because of the bad translation, and you're trying to figure out what the hell you're supposed to do. Never played the third one, and I love the fourth one. Fourth one's my favorite, Super Castlevania of Super Nintendo. All other ones I've never played, at least extensively. So I would say my favorite is the fourth for Super Nintendo. But thanks, man. I appreciate it. Equilibrium, love it. I think Walmart will always be around. I think those type of stores will always be around because every time I go to is completely packed, so they'll always be around. Especially Walmarts are also grocery stores, and people are still more comfortable to buy them in person than to try to have them delivered. So those stores will be around. Best Buy, probably not. Favorite Stephen King movie, Maximum Overdrive. Erie, Indiana, vaguely remember the show. In particular, I probably remember the something about the leftovers. Stallone's not going to politics, so I don't need to worry about that. Aquaman 2 trailer, don't give a shit. Didn't like the first one. To remove one movie from the world as a DAO, which movie you would choose? Alien 3. Best era attributes, the 80s, yeah, and the 90s. It's hard to choose. Probably the 80s for Aliens and Rambo 2, but the 90s are really good too. Sylvania Symphony of the Night. I guess if it's a request, if it's a long game, I will probably wouldn't be able to beat it. But if someone wanted me to do like an hour long play or something, yeah. Yeah, I like Seven Filter. Davy Jean's getting bald and old now. Well, we're old. That's everybody. Not going to get mad at a guy for getting old and bald. It happens to everybody. If you had 6 hours until the end of the world, which movies do you binge? If I had 6 hours, I wouldn't be watching movies. I'd be finding hookers and spending all my money. Hey there, Caleb. Woody Woodpecker 2017, never seen it. Favorite Stephen King non-horror film? The Running Man. Blue Steel, it's okay. Halloween Ends is probably worse than that, Michael. Sure, Aragorn. Be my guess. Yeah, I love Hard Target. Uh, Shadow Man, I probably play for like 5 minutes, but not extensively. Nope, I have no Netflix, Disney, Hulu. I don't support any of that. Godzilla minus one trailer. It was fine. I mean, it looks like the same Godzilla film you've seen 50 times, but it's fine. Have no issues with the trailer. It just looks like a film you've seen 50 times in Godzilla, but what can you do? Favorite Jet Li films? Kiss of the Dragon is my favorite Jet Li film. Terminator, I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing well. I don't give a shit about Aquaman 2. I didn't like the first one, and I'm tired of superhero movies, so I don't give a shit. Shawshank Redemption is a great movie. Oh, thank you, Riley O'Brien. I don't know why you like my stuff. I don't know why anyone likes my stuff. It's pretty low budget in terms of YouTube. Low lighting, low audio, low 280, 240p. So I don't know why anyone likes my stuff, but thanks. I appreciate the words in the comments. Tarantula, I've never seen. Monarch Legacy of Monsters, the only thing I like was Kurt Russell. Why would I be sub to Amazon Prime? Hey, Angry Panda, I'm doing okay. How you been? No, I don't have cable. I don't watch cable. Really, other than movies, I use the internet. That's it. I don't ever watch cable. I have no reason to. Uh Spider-Man Lotus is worse alter ego. 30th anniversary documentary of Halloween. Sure, I would not mind seeing that. Buried Alive is a good TV movie. Worst sci-fi film ever? I don't know. I'd have to look at a whole list. I watch physical media or stuff on the internet. Pay Self Runner. Nah, I don't care about Aquaman 2. Uh, no, my favorite Batman are Michael Keaton and Robert Pattinson. I thought Robert Pattinson did a much better job than Ben Affleck, and I did not mind Ben Affleck, but he had crap material, which didn't help. So it wasn't Ben Affleck's fault; just had terrible scripts. But no, my favorites are Michael Keaton and Robert Pattinson. Thank you, Drew. Because Amazon Prime's like everywhere now. Well, it's not going to be here. Monolith is so movie. Gamma Rebirth, no, never seen trailers for it. Hey there, Will Ferrell. Do you like the Beach Boys? Sure, I don't mind it. Yep, that was a quote from Spider-Man Lotus. My dad wasn't around much, and when he was around, he was around. Yep, that was an actual quote that these people wrote in that 2 hour, $100,000 fan film of Spider-Man. Unbelievable. Unleash your Jet Li, liked it. It'd be in my top 5 Jet Li films. The Unnameable is better, Alex. Yeah, I think Creepshow 1's better. Burt's Kill being on screen. I mean, to be honest, If we're being honest, the Alien, even the first film, not a lot of the kills are on screen. Dallas is off screen. Other than John Hurt and the chest burster, Brett gets taken away. Parker and Lambert are killed when you hear their screams. So other than John Hurt, they're all killed off screen. So I think it's just more of the how it was. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it, Caleb. Hi, man. Everyone. I hope everyone's having a great night. What are your thoughts on the Legend Don Bluth movies? Um, Don Bluth. So I gotta remember all that he did. Let's see. Land Before Time, I do like. I think there's some good emotion. It goes at a solid pace. It's a fairly short film. Didn't overdo it in terms of being too melodramatic or anything. So I do like The Land Before Time. An American Tale I haven't seen since I was a kid. Secret and Nim I haven't seen in forever, but I remember not being a bad film. I remember being pretty solid for what it is. American Tale I remember being charming. Rockadoodle I don't think was that great. Anastasia I barely remember, other than that was one of the few Fox animated movies. Love Titan AE. Titan AE I love. And this highly underrated film. Still doesn't have a Blu-ray. Sadly. But yeah, Secret and Nim, American Tail, Land Before Time. All Dolls Go to Heaven, I barely remember. I know Burt Reynolds was in it. Thumbelina, I didn't see. Troll in Central Park, I didn't see. The Pimble and the Penguin, I didn't see. Anastasia, I don't think I saw. Titan AE is pretty much his last film, and I quite enjoyed that one. So, and I'm surprised they didn't do like a Dragon's Lair movie, like a animated movie. I mean, I guess you could say the game is that, but an actual animated movie, I'm surprised they didn't do that. Oh, thank you, Frame by Frame. Yeah, this is the guy that requested Spider-Man Lotus. How you doing, man? Is this a troll quick try, trick question? Of course, the PS4 Spider-Man game is way better. Way, way better. I love the PS4 Spider-Man game. I played it. It was great. It was enjoyable. It was satisfying as a Spider-Man fan. Especially like I beat the game, then after the end credits, some of the answers I had were answered. It's a damn good game. It's one of the best PS4 games I played. Spider-Man Lotus is 2 hours of emo crybaby shit. That's all it is. You want to see a Peter Parker cry for 2 hours? He cried more than Tobey Maguire did in Spider-Man 3. And being an arrogant, selfish prick. Telling Mary Jane, you loser, and you need to get out of my face. I thought he was going to punch her in the face. And bad dialogue. My father wasn't around, and when he was around, he was around. So yeah, if you want to see a guy cry for 2 hours over his dead girlfriend, go see Spider-Man Lotus. The PS4 game is actually a good story. With action and all everything else. Michael, I don't know, because it's still a fan film. Those films you're talking about had millions and millions and millions of dollars. So I would say those are worse. But it's still pretty bad. Dragon's Lair was supposed to be made, but it got canceled. And then there was going to be a Ryan Reynolds film, live action, but that's been never heard of, so I doubt. Yeah, I heard the Ryan Reynolds one. I don't know. Hey, Civil Wings, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I heard about the Dragon's Lair with Ryan Reynolds, and I don't know why I fucking forgot that Yoshi was in Super Mario Brothers the movie. Once you said that, I went, Yeah, he is, because I actually like the effects, as I was the same year as Jurassic Park. I, I guess because like, I know he's called Yoshi, but it's the fact that he doesn't look anything like Yoshi. Like he's not even green. He doesn't really do a whole lot. I still like that film. It's like you can at least make Yoshi like be a little bit greener or something. Make him look a little bit like the game, at least a little bit. Because fuck, I mean, with this world, realism's out the window. But yeah, I don't know how I forgot about him, but I still like that movie despite. I get what people have issues with it, but I still like it. I like his creativity. I like Bob Hoskins. I like it still. Before this disappeared, because YouTube makes these disappear. Um, hey, Roll Flash. But thoughts on Chevy Chase and his movies? Well, Chevy Chase, I don't know. Obviously, never met him. No shit. His movies, I mean, it depends. I liked Fletch. That's a good one. You had Spies Like Us with Dan Aykroyd. Didn't mind that one. Caddyshack, of course, with Bill Murray, Rodney Dangerfield. I like that one. National Lampoon's Vacation, Christmas Vacation. Was never into European Vacation. I thought that was pretty boring. That's why you never hear anyone talk about European Vacation. And I don't mind Vegas Vacation. I think Vegas Vacation's fun. Uh, Welcome to the Hoover Dam. Are there any damn questions? Yeah, you have any damn bait? I have no idea what the hell Chevy Chase has done for the past 20 years. I think he was on a TV show that everybody hated him on. And what was that? What was that TV show? To look up here. Community. He was on the TV show Community, and apparently everybody hated him on it and called him an asshole. Seems like any movie he works on, people call him an asshole. So, like I said, never met the guy, so I don't know. But seems like everybody who works with him is like, he's a dick. He's a dick. He's a dick. I still remember the story that him and Bill Murray had a fight where Chevy Chase had left SNL to do movies, and I guess he's being too big for his britches, so he came back to host. And Bill Murray like confronted him, and they had like a probably not a fight, probably like a pushing match, fight. But yeah. So I mean, if you're asking like Chevy Chase films, look at his filmography. Ever since you sent a super chat, let me answer that a little bit more in depth. Hey everyone in the chat, forgive me. Let me just get to this 1 second. Let's see. Caddyshack I enjoyed. Bottom Problems wasn't for me. I like National Lampoon's Vacation. I like Fletch. Not a fan of European Vacation. The other ones before I haven't seen. Spies Like Us I like. Three Amigos was the Funny Farm I didn't mind. I know Kentucky Potato mentioned that. I don't mind Funny Farm. Caddyshack 2 is abysmal. The only thing I liked was the song I'm going all the way. Nobody's Fool by Kenny Loggins, I believe is the name of the song. Nothing But Trouble, that's actually my favorite, perhaps, because it's so batshit insane. It's like if Chevy Chase, John Candy, and Dan Aykroyd did like their version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. I like Nothing But Trouble for how weird and eccentric and quirky it is. Members of Invisible Man, that's a John Carpenter film I'm not big on. Man in the House, I forgot he did with Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Home Improvement. Barely remember the film. Orange County was okay. I have not seen any of the stuff he's done. The Last Movie Star, Panda versus Aliens. What the fuck is that? Panda versus Aliens. It looks like shit. It was like they stole the panda from Kung Fu Panda, but it cost $5. So there you go. But yeah, sorry about to all the people who ask questions. I'm doing my best. Drake and Josh, I never watched. Sludge, I remember Sludge. That had some good gore in it. Would Arnold be a star if he wasn't into politics? Like, would he still be a star? Uh, no. People forget when he left, his films were not doing well. Like, people forget that. Like, look at the last bits of his career before politics. End of Days, I love, but it bombed. It bombed badly in 1999. The Sixth Day, I didn't mind, but it didn't do well. The Sixth Day, the clone movie, did not do well. Collateral Damage did not do well, which I like that film. That was because it was 9/11. It was delayed. I believe there was talk of not releasing the film at all. They were going to bury it. But I'm glad they didn't because I like the film. It's not that bad of a movie, Collateral Damage. You got Elias Koteas, Casey Jones from the 1990 Ninja Turtles film in it. Uh, I like when Arnold throws the axe into the terrorist, right into his fucking chest. So yeah, I like Collateral Damage. 6 Days okay. I love End of Days. Those all bombed. Terminator 3 did not do as well as they thought. It made some money because it's Terminator at the time. It wasn't diluted, but it wasn't Terminator 2's success. So his films were not doing that well. Now maybe he could have come back like Stallone. Stallone did Rocky Balboa, Rambo 4, the first Expendables, which Arnold had a cameo in. Hey, Darmel Spire and everyone, but no, I don't think he would have been as big of a star as he was in the early 90s and the 80s. Saw T3 in the theaters. So did I. And I know you did the video game, The Redemption, on your channel for Xbox. That was a fun playthrough. I know there was another Terminator 3 game, Rise of the Machines. I never played that one. Maggie Aftermath, I wasn't into those. I like The Last Stand with Forrest Whitaker and Arnold. I think that's Arnold's last good film. That's just my opinion. But the last Arnold film I liked was The Last Stand. Yeah, I know there's a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I'm not really interested in it. Redemption was like an alternate Rise of the Machines game. Okay. Like I said, I never played the Rise of the Machines game, but yeah, I remember in the game The Redemption, there's an alternate where you go to a future where John Connor has been killed, so which is a nice change of pace. Kane and Lynch never played. Never played that. Uh, no, I never played the Terminator 3 Redemption games. No, I've seen someone play it, but I've never played it. I did play some games for requests. One of them is Gremlins 2, which the guy told me to use save states, so I did it that way. So I didn't beat it, but I finished it. So I didn't beat it, but it's a fun game, Gremlins 2 for Nintendo. Very tough game, but that's a really good game for Nintendo. That's one of the better movie-based games. Great music, has cutscenes. If anyone who likes Nintendo likes a challenge, go play Gremlins 2. Really good Nintendo game. I like the movie, but it's a good game. Yeah, the action scene in Terminator 3 is not bad. I'll give you that. It just I thought there was no more story to tell, and Terminator 3 proved it. T2 ended it perfectly. T3 was kind of like, well, we don't really have anything, so make the Terminator a chick. That's really what it was. And that ending, no face what we make. Nah, never mind. That was so it just completely fucking shit on the fucking ending of Terminator 2. Never played Gremlins 2 on NES. We realized the Game Boy version. Okay. I haven't played the Game Boy version. But yeah, again, I think you and others would like Gremlins 2 on NES. It's a fun one. Sunsoft did it, so pretty capable company at the time, Sunsoft. Really good music in it. The hack of Ghostbusters. No. I grew up with Super Nintendo. I didn't grow up with Genesis much. Tatsu Crusaders on Sega Genesis, never played it. Uh, Darth Goldust, I'll go with Norbit. That's worse. Yeah, I'll go with that one. Let's see. Did I like the 2004 Dawn of the Dead? Yes, but I prefer the original more with George Romero. That's my favorite zombie film of all time. It's the 1970 Dawn of the Dead. But I thought the remake was pretty good. I saw it in the theater. Had fun. Hello there, Josh. Hope you're doing well. The Gentleman with Sean Penn. It's pretty forgettable. I wouldn't say I hated it, but there's a reason why nobody remembers the film. There's a good reason for it. It's very forgettable. Very trying to be taken with Liam Neeson, but failing. I don't watch any TV shows. I don't have cable. There's no need for it for me. I don't sleep. I probably did see that interview. I don't remember anything about it, Alex. Will you eat dinner with the clumps? No. There would be no dinner. They're too fat. Uh, hey, Apollo Balboa. Robert Englund's fan of opera. I wasn't big on. I liked the first Wishmaster. The second was okay. 3 and 4 were pretty lame. I did back in the day watch ABC and CBS, but I don't watch those channels now. I have no reason to. Is the Hills Have Eyes remake one of your favorite remakes? Sure. Season 3 The Mandalorian, never seen it. Uh, favorite quotes from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2? Well, everyone always says garbage day. Um, I don't know if I have really a favorite quote. Uh, do I like more the House of West remake? Sure. Woody Woodpecker 2017 film, never seen it. Yeah, I do remember the new Ghostbusters 2, the NES game that was only overseas. That's a pretty good game, pretty fun game. Ozark, never heard of it. Uh, XSC, have a good night. Spider, the video game, I've never played it. Would I play as a request? Sure, sure. In fact, I'd have to look. It might be on the. Well, I don't know. We don't say. I wonder if it's on the PlayStation Mini I have here. Because it's an emulation, but the PlayStation Mini has a lot of PS1 games. I don't think it does, but yeah, sure. If I could make a movie, I wouldn't because I don't know what the hell I'm doing in terms of movies. That's what the Spider-Man Lotus people did not know. A wise man once said, "A guy's got to know his limitations. A man's got to know his limitations." A wise man said that. People who made that fan film, Spider-Man Lotus, did not, and they failed on an awful, awful fashion. You have to know. You can't learn about making movies by watching a couple videos. I would not know how to make a movie, so I wouldn't make a movie because I wouldn't know how to make a movie. Maybe I have some ideas, but I have never been to school. I think there's too many people that think they know how to make movies because they see a couple YouTube videos or they see a couple, dozen movies and think they know everything, and they don't. So that's the problem with people. You have to actually study. Right now, I could say, I'm going to do, what would they use? Well, not GoFund. What would they use? I want $100,000. I'm going to make a Raphael fan film. Okay. Let's say that happens. I wouldn't know what the fuck to do next. It'd be a waste of fucking money. Make your movie seem sort of easy, just point a camera and film. Well, that's why people fail. If you think that's all it takes to make a movie, then that's why there's a lot of shitty movies. There's storytelling, there's choreography of action sequences, fight sequences, lighting, writing on capable, likable characters. There's a lot of things that go into it. Ryan, which Indiana Jones game? There's been dozens of them. Never ate a David. Didn't eat at Dairy Queen, so I don't have a favorite food there. The biggest city I live near, probably Houston. How did Cool Duder make movies? They don't make movies. They make shit. It takes a lot of classes in film study. Well, there you go. But for some reason, me saying that is such a weird concept. I don't know how. But hey, they got their movie made, and there you go. What McDonald's food do I like? Uh, French fries, chicken sandwiches, the like. Sorry, just letting the chat load up. Below the horror film, didn't mind it. Submarine horror film, not many of them around. Yeah, the guy who played Green Goblin in that Spider-Man Lotus, he's a pedo. So there you go. Don't believe me? Look it up. So there you go. That's where they spent 100,000. Look it up. Spider-Man Lotus, the guy who played the Green Goblin. There you go. If you don't believe me, do your own research. That's what I say. Always do your own research. Cooter gets some big name actors in his movies. Well, good for him. Doesn't mean they're good movies. Means it's people who are really need a couple bucks. Hey, Neopunk, have you had any health problems? Uh, sure, my brain is toxic from all the shit films I've seen lately. I guess that could be a health problem. When you watch The Flash and a bunch of microwave CGI babies and Spider-Man Lotus, a 2 hour movie where a guy cries over his girlfriend for 2 hours and is a dick to people, then yeah, probably toxic sewage of the brain. Murder drones, I've never heard of. Yeah, I heard the story for him. The guy who leaked the screenshot, he was some kid. I don't even worked on the film, and or he knew the people, and they fucked him over, so he saved them for like to release it to fuck them over since they fucked him over. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, uh, maybe just they need to learn. I've been pretty kind to the first two Sonic films. I do like them. By the time we get to the third film, I'm going to be much more harsh. They need to fix the mistakes of the first two. Otherwise, I'm not going to give as much of an easy pass to the third film. Because I like the first two despite their flaws. Because I thought they were entertaining. I like the Sonic character. But the third film needs to fix the flaws of the first two, or I'm not going to be as kind as I have been. Les Mis Rob didn't see. Expendables 4 trailer I saw, it sucked. Chicken stripes and bacon bites. Nope, haven't had that. Knuckles TV show because uh, quantity equals cash for them. There's a buzz for Sonic. Create as much quantity to let people watch to milk a particular product as much as possible in that 15 minutes of success it has. Hey there, Steven. Hope you're doing well. Sonic Adventure 2, I never played it. So on Paramount Plus, nobody will watch it. Well, no one needs to watch it. It just needs to be up there to sell merchandise. Jim Carrey needs to pull a Robert De Niro on game weight to play Robotnik. You don't need him in the third film. He's done two. Get someone else in there. I mean, he did. I liked him in the first two. You don't need him back a third time. We can get someone else. I'm sure there has been another villain of Sonic to use in it. Would you like to get into photography? No. Zoolander, I don't like. Stranger Than Fiction, I don't like. Bewitched, I don't like. And Blaze of Glory, I'm like, eh. So that's why I didn't mention them. Which is worse, Marvel or Star Wars? Flip a coin. Hey there, Jesse. Hope you're doing well. Well, I mean, again, you don't need Jim Carrey in the third film. He's done two films. You don't need to keep bringing him back. By this point, Sonic can carry the film, and now he's got Tails and he's got Knuckles. Now you can carry it on. You gotta let it carry on his own shoulders, and get rid of the human characters. But they won't. If they still have the human characters, we're fucking around, and go to another dimension, get some environments, crazy environments like the games as background action sequences. At this point in the third film, you don't have a bigger budget. Do it. Shit or get off the pot, as they would say in Clerks. Will Lois be on your worst films of the year? I guess. I mean, it's still a fan film at the end of the day, but probably, I guess. I don't know. There's like fucking 30 films on the worst list. Hawk's Vengeance, never saw. Power player, that's a weird question. Matt, what do you think of our society being so fixated on black people now, giving them the advantage in everything? I didn't know that was the case. I guess that's how you feel, man. I think we're all getting fucked, but whatever. That's me. Hey, Manny Gatello. I reviewed Ambulance 2022. I reviewed the film. I don't watch wrestling anymore, so I don't give a shit what The Rock's doing. What's worse, John Wick 4, Rambo 5? I don't like either, so I don't know which is worse. Find Me Guilty of Vin Diesel? It's actually pretty good. He actually gave a performance that was pretty decent outside of his comfort box. So we'll like to see do more of that. Metaverse from I didn't watch the Sonic Etch show, never saw it. And if the Sonic Triple Etch show, I didn't see that either. Do you like sports aside from basketball? No. Did I see any Rambo film in the theaters? Yeah, I saw the fourth one. It was a great experience, especially the 50 caliber massacre at the finale. Wonderful theater experience. Yeah, if you watch Find Me Guilty, it's based on the. I don't mind Vin Diesel. He just pits a lot of crap roles. But Find Me Guilty is actually a pretty good film. It's from the director Sidney Lumet. So that's the thing. You got Sidney Lumet. This is the guy who did the original 12 Angry Men. You know, this is a guy who did he do But I think, yeah, Dog Day Afternoon, Serpico. So you got the guy who did Serpico in the original 12 Angry Men. So very capable director. True story of the longest mafia trial in American history. Much of the courtroom testimony was taken from the original court transcripts. Jackie DiNorcio, a New Jersey mobster who is on trial with 19 of his colleagues for racketeering. A wrench is thrown into the system when DiNorcio fires his lawyer and decides to represent himself. So, pretty good film. Pretty good film. Based on a true story means who knows? But I still thought it was a pretty good film. Is it my favorite movie from the director? No, I mean, you got Serpico, you got 12 Angry Men, but I like the film. Road, yeah, I like Road. Good crocodile film. Serpico, I like more Samuel. Vin Diesel's Groot, anybody could have played that role. All he does is, I am Groot. That's it. Anybody, I could have played that role, and you could have played that role. So, doesn't matter who fucking did it. The only Final Destination films I like are the first two. Second one's my favorite than the first one. The others I don't care for. Princess City is way too long, way over long, and it hurts. Hurts the film. Got too boring. Colors, Robert Duvall and Sean Penn. I remember not minding it, but I haven't seen it in forever, so I can't say I remember the film. Perfect Dark, I never played. Have I seen the first Rambo film? Nope. I just put Rambo as my username because I found it in the back of a DVD. I just looked. I said that Rambo. Okay, I'm gonna put that name. I'm just gonna put in my username. Of course, I've seen the Rambo films, man. Do I listen to any Prince's music? Not often. I like the song Purple Rain. I remember the soundtrack from Batman '89. Godzilla minus one trailer. It was fine. It looks like every other Godzilla trailer, but it looked fine. Frame by frame, that's up to you. I'll leave that in your court. If you want to, be my guest. Up to you, frame by frame. I'm down for it. I'm down for it. The Sender, I barely remember. It's been a while since I've seen the film. Blue Beetle did not have that much action. I don't know what movie you saw, but Blue Beetle did not have a lot of action, unless you want to count the scene where they used their fart spray on their big Blue Beetle mechanism. You mean that action scene? Nah, it wasn't for me. Thanks, Elf Runner. I appreciate that. Uh, the Super Joe Pesci, yeah, I like the film. I actually think I still have the DVD there unopened for some reason because I found it somewhere and it wasn't opened. And then apparently that movie's never been on Blu-ray, so that DVD's worth a shitload. So I probably could sell it for a shitload of money, but I just never thought of it because Hey John, Zero Cool, how you doing, man? If you don't like the you don't understand it. Who cares what the weekend thinks? Can't act. I don't give a crap about his singing. Neil Punk, I'll choose the Lost Boys. Samuel, I'll choose Set It Off. The Ref, yeah, with Dennis Leary, I liked it. Murder on the Orient Express, I probably saw once, but I can't tell you anything about it, and I didn't see the others. A sequel to Batman Returns without Keaton? They did. It's called Batman Forever. Do you think they could ever do a sequel to Batman Returns without Keaton? They did that. It's called Batman Forever. So I don't know what you mean by that. Alice, I would choose Groundhog Day. Scratch, I would choose Student Bodies. Warrior HBO show? Never heard of it. I say it's based on Ultimate Warrior, but he's dead. Deep Cover, I didn't mind. Monster Bud War Show? Never heard of it. Do I follow politics at all? Nope. They all can kiss my ass because I don't trust any politician. Every politician can come here and suck my dick. Please. Actually, I couldn't trust them with that. They couldn't do that right. So, both parties, both everything. Fuck all the politics. I don't trust any of them. Chapter 1, page 1, the Kane Man rule. As Dolph Lundgren would say in I Come in Peace. Trust nobody. Chapter 1, page 1. Eat the Cat, I didn't watch. I probably like Gremlins 1 more, but I like Gremlins 2 a lot as well. Trespass, I wasn't a fan of. Well, I mean, there is kind of a slasher resurgence in a way. You had Terrifier, you had that new movie Thanksgiving coming out. I'm sure some more are coming. Woody the Pooh, Blood and Honey, which I didn't see. Yeah, I know when First Blood came out. The Adventure of Kevin Villa, trust me, I know a lot about First Blood from 1982. That's part of the reason why it's part of my username. I do know a lot about the film, man. I appreciate it, though. Johnny Depp's worst performance, Alice in Wonderland. Uh, I haven't seen WrestleMania 23 in a long time. Peppermint, I did not like. Talk to Me, I didn't see. One False Move, I reviewed, Jesse. I reviewed that film already. High Tension, I mean, I've seen the film. I know the ending. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. My favorite Rambo films: 2, 3, 4, 1, and fuck the fifth one. But I like all four. But 2, 3, 4, and 1. Hear No Evil, never saw. Am I collecting 4K movies? No. My favorite Netflix movies? I don't know. Day Shift, maybe. I like that one. Chucky. Nope, never been to Chuck E. Cheese. They didn't have them around where I was at. Nope, did not have them around where I was at. I don't follow politics, Steven, so no. To me, they're all liars. I don't trust any of them as much as I could throw them. I don't trust any politicians. I think they're all liars. I think everyone who's in politics are a liar. They say what you want to hear to have you vote for them. And then when they get in office, either they don't do anything or the people around them make them not do anything, or both. Either they forget and don't do anything, the other people forget and don't let them do anything, or none of them do anything. So the more things that change, the more they stay the same. So I don't care about any politicians because it doesn't. I don't care. You talked to a guy who worked for the set of Blue Beetle. Well, that's too bad. Well, I hope he got paid well. At least I hope he got paid. He shared set photos with you. Well, if you see him, tell him I thought the movie sucked. Tell him, hey, he thinks the movie's shit. You don't have to tell him that. I mean, you can if you want. I mean, I still think the movie sucks. Best of Times I haven't seen in a while. Mayor Kane, I don't know. He seems like a fruitcake as well. Favorite MCU movies? I guess the Captain America films I didn't mind. I liked. Fuck Blue Beetle. Should burn the whole thing down. Movie sucked. Sorry, folks, it sucked. I know people don't want me to be negative. Well, they made better fucking movies, and I wouldn't be so goddamn negative. How about that? How about you make some movies worth of fucking shit instead of having a year full of dog shit? Like seriously, folks, if I go to 2023 in film, look at the amount of crap you got in this year alone. Like, give me a break, man. I mean, you got Maiden, which sucked. It ripped off the Child's Play remake, only put some fucking sissy doing a goddamn TikTok dance for TikTokers to splooge in their pants about. And the fucking Hello Kitty panties. Oh my god, the doll did a dance. It's all scary on the TikTok. Give me more and I'll give you my money. Maiden sucked. It ripped off the Child's Play remake and every little bit and added a goddamn TikTok dance. Oh, I'm sure people love the House Party remake with LeBron James. I'm sure people love that one. Barbie. Barbie is the most successful film of this year. Barbie's the most successful film in the world this year. A Barbie movie that said men suck and men suck dick. There's your number one movie of the year. A Barbie film that said men are tools and they suck. Thank you. The Flash sucked. If you want to see a superhero who I think was autistic, and the fact that he's putting babies in the microwaves, putting them in frappe, burning them up. He goes back in time to find his mom's killer, but doesn't look for his mom's killer. Instead, instead of looking for his mom's killer, he decides to look at the tomato sauce. Because that made a lot of sense. You know, when your mom has been murdered and you go back in time, you know what you should do? You should look for the tomato sauce, not for your mom's killer when she was murdered. Because that makes a lot of fucking sense. There's nothing wrong with being autistic, except that this guy was stupid too. He did people with autism a bad name. That's why he said that. I know there are people autistic. I have no issues with anyone's autistic. I've said that he gives autism a bad name because he makes him look stupid, Ezra Miller, and makes him look like a freak, and makes him look like a fucking idiot. I know there are people in here who have it, and that's fine. Ezra Miller, because he wants to say that his Flash is autistic. Like that was in interviews. That's why I brought up. I didn't say it as an insult. I'm saying that because they said that's how it explained why he did certain things. I'm like, you're making them look like assholes. That pisses me off. Because yes, I know that some of my fans are autistic and they make you look like assholes. It's like the Predator. What was it he had? My friend Michael CP has it. What the hell did they make that kid in the Predator? Because they said some stupid joke about it. What the hell was it? I forget what the hell it's called. They Asperger's, because they made the joke, I'm gonna eat some Asperger's today. And so okay, he has Asperger's, but somehow that also means you could get a fucking predator mask and you murder someone and you think nothing of it. What the fuck? And apparently autism is superpowers now because the predator wants you for superpowers. When you moved by the dad and Blue Beetle, no, I didn't give a shit about him. You don't like saying that word? Why? It's not a bad word. It's just a word. There's nothing bad about it. If you're autistic, you're autistic. If people have a problem with it, tell them to go fuck themselves. And that's the thing. Like the people in Ezra Miller wants to say, "Oh, the Flash is this, this." Yeah, they weaponized in the Predator. Exactly. Which was like a what what rationale is that for a Predator franchise film? Same with the Flash. Well, he's acting this way because of this. No, you made them look like fools. That's what you're doing. But DC and all these people want to be. We are on your side. We're so tolerant. We're so tolerant. No, you're not. You just don't know, apparently. You're too stupid to figure it out. You're too stupid to realize it. And they try to make you look like a fool. That's what makes me mad. They make you look like a fool and they laugh about it and they take your money. So yeah, you goddamn right to get pissed about that. Is they make you look like a fool and they think you're just gonna be smiling about it. Hey, maybe that's just me thinking that way. But hey, these directors are so tolerant. Half the crew and Blue Beetle quit in Puerto Rico, myself included, in the entire camera department because the writer came to set, affected like 30 people, was allowed to keep working. And the producers tried to cover it up. The neighborhood where the Reyes houses was a super ghetto, and one night a gang rolled up and fired guns into the air to scare us, so we wrapped right away. The producers then said we had to go back there and finish the work, another reason half of us quit. Well, they sure quit after reading the script. Rain Man better than Flash, I agree with that. Portal player, I don't talk politics, like I said before. Well, Sound of Freedom, didn't it get banned from Netflix? Isn't that the other thing that happened? Sound of Freedom got banned from Netflix? Okay, this is a serious question for those in the chat. This is a serious question. For those in the chat who are autistic, when you see someone like The Flash, and they want to say his weird behavior in that film is all this, is because of autism, all this stuff, how does that make you feel? Since the directors won't ask you, because they're too chicken shit, and they think they're the pretentious teens of the earth, I want to ask the public, how does that make you feel? Well, Gary Blow, I wasn't asking you then. Makes you feel insulted. Well, there you go. They don't care. The Flash 2023 Asperger's and Autism Forum. That's a real thing I just see right now. People think I'm making this shit up. So there you go. My favorite Van Damme movie is Hard Target, and I've talked about that countless times, so there's plenty of videos to showcase why I like the film. The director was that Angel, the director, didn't know what he was doing or what he wanted. We usually just had to sit around waiting. Then he would insult us saying how much better his indie Puerto Rican crew were than us. Well, if they're so much goddamn better, then you don't need us anymore. So goodbye. You think you're so goddamn better? Goodbye. Ciao. See ya. Arrivederci. Orlando Bloom make a comeback. I don't even know what the last film he's been in. Worst Seagal film. The worst Steven Seagal film. Attack Force. Easily. How many sequels are better than the original? It depends on the who you ask. I love Alien, but I like Aliens more. I like First Blood, but I like Rambo 2 more. I like Rocky, but Rocky 4 is my favorite. So, I mean, Seagal making a comeback, he retired and moved to Russia. So, why would I want him to make a comeback? Didn't see Gran Turismo. Worst sitcom? I don't have an answer for that. Well, Derek Roberts, I'm sorry that happened to you, man. Least favorite movie genre? I don't know. I don't know if I have a least favorite genre. I don't know. Into the Sun was an okay. It was a decent Steven Seagal film. It was okay for a direct-to-video film. Fair Lethal Weapon is the first one. He made us do 20 takes of dumb shit like Bruna turning on a light so he looked like he had a vision. Yeah, you don't need 20 takes of turn on a light. He turns on a light, the end. So there you go. I don't know who Man vs. Food Guy is. Well, I don't go to theaters, so I don't really care what happens. Dan's Flick, it sucked. I think I reviewed the film on. I already reviewed the film on the channel. The review's on the channel. Swearing Jar, I've never heard of. Sorry, just looking at the chat. Waiting for the chat to load. Favorite horror movie of 1993? Well, I mean, I did my favorite films of 93, so if you look at that video, that'll answer your question. Stanley Kubrick did like 80 takes of Harvey Keitel walking through a door and eyes wide shut. That's when Harvey quit the movie. Yeah, Stanley Kubrick was known to do that. But at least it's Stanley Kubrick, and I know I'm in the hands of a guy that did The Shining in 2001 and Full Metal Jacket. What the hell is this guy who did Blue Beetle done? But yeah, Harvey Keitel is like a guy that would not want to. Will be like, fuck this. Mr. Crazy Nightmare, hello there. Who had a better track record, Dolph or Seagal? Dolph did. Dynasty of Mission Impossible. Favorite movie 2009? I don't know. I have to see the films of 2009. Without movie theaters, I don't think you will get as many movies. Fine. I don't care. I hope Hollywood burns. If 95% of they make nowadays is shit, then I don't really care to miss it. I got the movies here. I got them here. Fine with it. If I would burn tomorrow, I wouldn't care. And I bet I'm not the only one that thinks that way. I bet, raise of hands, if Hollywood burned tomorrow, who would actually care? If you don't care, raise your hand. Because I don't care. What the hell have they done for me lately? The the best films are like meh this year. It's been one of the worst years of recent, especially big budget movies. Oh, I'm gonna give a shit that oh man, we got Barbie, we got Little Mermaid, we got Ant-Man 3, we got Indiana Jones 5, Fast X. I'm supposed to care? You see how you're burning at the open Demolition Man. Yeah. Maybe that'll happen one day. We'll see. For real, I mean. You don't really care about Ryan after strike? No, I don't. Why should I? Here's my question. Why should I care? That's my question. Why should I care? Why should I personally care? It does not affect me personally. Well, I just, nostalgia exploitation film era. Well, they're not wrong. Are you looking forward to Expendables 4? Nope. I don't know a single person that is. I can't do a poll on here. Who here looks forward to Expendables 4? I bet most would say, I don't give a shit. Favorite Nicholas Winding Refn movie? Drive. Salo. Yeah, it's People Eat Shit, the movie. It's awful. I reviewed Fast X, Portal Player. Reviews on the channel. Well, Neil Pont, no, I don't get tired of the same questions because I don't expect people to be here at minute one of the stream and know everything that has happened. It's just whenever you do a stream, that's going to come up. Because, yeah, I've been here the whole time, but if someone just popped in for the last 5 minutes, they haven't seen the past hour and a half, so you can't get mad about that stuff. Spider-Man Lotus, 0 stars. Not on my phone, because I'm doing this on my phone, because I can only stream on my phone, because the internet here isn't the greatest, but I can't do it on my phone. Plus, the last time I did that, a bunch of like random people just decided to make fake accounts and just ba 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 ba, and then they never. Then I ask them a question, then they never answer. So I'd rather just take it with people actually have to say here what they feel and think. I reviewed Fast X. It's on the channel. Thoughts on Adam Sandler? Depends. I liked his early stuff. No Portal Player, that's called Managing Your Time. Favorite underrated horror movie? It's too many to count. Hard to pick. Too many to count. Which was the I don't know, man. The Amazing Bulk or Spider-Man Load. I guess the Amazing Bulk would be worse. Like that's a big high bar to raise. Didn't see David Fincher's The Killer trailer. He had a really cool story for Mortal Kombat story. It's Mortal Kombat. It's a tournament. The end. It's really not much other story. Is that? They have a shit about Beetlejuice 2. Why should I care about Beetlejuice 2? Fuck Beetlejuice 2. Oh, thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. What if you get to live at Little House on the Prairie, which I think you're living next to right now? That's what it feels like. In fact, I see them right now. They're watching through the window. They're watching what I'm doing right now. Little House on the Prairie. So that's what it feels like. So, um, actually, I'm living there right now. That's the twist. M. Night Shyamalan style with a twist. There's the prairie over there. There's the snakes. There's the roosters. There you go. So you hit the nail on the head. You solved the mystery. Yep, I live next to the Green Acres. Just cue the title song. Green Acres is a place to be. No, no one asked for a sequel to Beetlejuice. That's dumb, dumbass shit. I'm tired of answering. Is this worse than this? Is this worse than this? You guys just have to wait for when I do my worst of the year list, and I'll just do a list and answer it then. No, I don't have roommates. Edward Scissorhands, I would pit Neopunk. Why are you optimistic about Beetlejuice 2? What makes you optimistic about it? When you don't get Uncle Bill on the stream, what am I supposed to do? Put a gun to his head and, hey, you better do this stream now, Uncle Bill. I know you're doing all your stuff at Dead Pit, but you better do this now, or I'm gonna force you. Whatever the hell he wants to do it. Robert Zemeckis, I liked him as a director. Back to the Future, Castaway, Forrest Gump. Everybody hates Chris. I've only seen the first episode. If Dial Pleasance was alive, I mean, I would like to have seen him do more stuff than just Halloween. I like Lethal Weapon 3. Do you watch Chris Stubb and John Campion? Nah, not my cup of tea. If you could do a stream with any Hollywood actor, who would it be? None, because I don't give a shit what they have to say. I do not care what any Hollywood actor has to say. I really don't. Because either they don't lie and not tell the truth, or I'm going to ask a real question, they're going to piss and leave. So there's no point. I mean, they're going to ask them a blunt question, and they're going to piss and leave, or they're going to lie about it, so there's no point to it. Fair John Candy movies, Summer Rental, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Who's funnier? I think it's Richard Pryor. You can't. Well, that's true too. I never said I could, Gary Blow. But even if I could, I wouldn't give a shit to. If they hang out on the stream, why? That made my question. Why would I want that? Why? For what reason? I don't care about. I don't care about that kind of stuff. I really don't. How many 4Ks do you have? Less than a dozen. Poor player, are you just here to just ask like the weirdest questions? Do you think white people are going extinct? Like the dodo? I mean, are you just here like to ask the most weirdest questions ever? Sorry, El Mundo de player from Argentina. You came in at a weird moment. I was just looking at a comment someone else made. I'm like, this is like the most random questions. The founder I didn't see. Banjo Kazooie never played. 1980, no, I don't think it was the best year for comedies. Lauren Francisco, sure, if you want to pay me. I don't want to watch Avatar 2. I already told you how much it would cost. Because I don't give a shit about watch a 2.5, 3 hour movie from a sequel to a movie I don't even like. So no, I don't think it's about time. Put the check in my hand, it's about time. It's a weird question, but I thought it was topical. If you say so, Portal Player. Abominable Snowman. How much do I have two cars? I don't know, man. I just no, I mean I just be too greedy, so I don't say anything because I just be an asshole and just say it like a outrageous price just to be a greedy asshole. That's just how I am, so I don't say anything. So I don't need to I don't care about watching Avatar 2. Not interested. I didn't like the first one. Nothing about it appeals to me. I don't know what else am I supposed to say? The town I was saying enjoy more, Josh. Do I think the Avatar is a piece of shit film? Yes, I do. I think it got by with visuals, but it had a lackluster story, lackluster characters, lackluster plot. I mean, the big fucking thing was called unobtainium. Unobtainium. That was the best they could come up with Ferngully, the last rainforest mixed with Dances with Wolves. Sorry, doesn't appeal to me. Movie collection video, no, because uh, there'd be what? What do you mean movie collection? You mean just showing my full collection? No, I've done that back to the day, and people can watch those if that's what you mean. Pet Cemetery Bloodlines. Oh, I'm sure pumped for that prequel that no one asked for. I'm sure I'm pumped. Yeah, I don't mind Dancing with Wolves. That's what I'm like. I already saw it done better in Dancing with Wolves and Last Samurai. I don't like Avatar. I played Tomb Raider 2 back of the day. That's the only one I played. Frasier Revival. I didn't watch much of the original Frasier. Why are we talking about Avatar again? Because someone asked. Because someone said you need to watch Avatar 2, and I'm like, no, I don't. Jurassic World is worse to me, Ryan. Because just a crap remake of Jurassic Park. Only has a scene where a lady's able to outrun a T Rex when she's wearing like high heels. A lyric, yeah, that's cool, man. Nothing wrong with that. Church the cat from the original Pet Cemetery. I have no issues with him. I have a TV, and that's all I care about. I don't care how great it is. I just need it to work. Lance Henriksen, great actor. Loved him in Hard Target, Bishop and Aliens, great actor. Stone Cold. Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah, I reviewed the film. I did not like it. No, I Falling Down, Jurassic Park I like, but they didn't make the top 15. The Abyss does have a better story than Avatar. I agree. Wednesday, I reviewed the first episode on my channel. What do you like better? I guess pizza, EM. If you gun to your head, pull the trigger. I guess Godzilla 2014. I guess I'll choose. A movie you wish had a sequel? Dread. Sally's not the case. Yeah, The Abyss was a better movie. Underrated movie. Better movie than Avatar. But yet Avatar made all the money, so that's how the fairness of everything is. Do I like Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2? Yeah, I like them for what they are. Yeah, The Abyss on Blu-ray, richly deserved. Needs it. Where is it? What cameo would you like in Deadpool 3? How about no enough with the cameos? Just worry about making Deadpool Wolverine themselves work in the film. You don't need 85 fucking cameos. That's what they tried to do in The Flash, and look how that worked out. Here's Nick Cage. Here's Christopher Reeve and bad CGI. Here's Helen Slater. Here's blah blah blah. Here's George Clooney as Bruce Wayne again. Neil Punk, I would choose Fright Night Part 2. The Abyss and True Lies are great. They deserve a Blu-ray. The fact they don't have one right now is atrocious. Fucking atrocious. It's ridiculous. No, James Cameron will never go back to his roots. He will keep making Avatar films because that's where he's set on. My favorite Swayze film is Uncommon Valor. If you mean one he stars in, Ghost. I would pick Ghost. The Abyss or Starman. I like both, but I'll choose The Abyss. Hulu has a great HD of what? The Abyss? Yeah, it's not on Blu-ray. Who here has seen True Lies? I'm curious. Who has seen and liked True Lies in the chat? Yeah, that's a film that is sadly, because it's not on Blu-ray, is getting forgotten and doesn't deserve it. Sam, I would choose James Cameron just for having done Aliens. True Lies is on Hulu, HD copy. Nope, no one sends me free movies from the studios. Nope, that doesn't happen with me. Seen True Lies, really good. Like True Lies. True Lies is a fun film. Love True Lies. I've seen True Lies. I've never seen it. Never seen True Lies, Caleb? If you like action films, you check it out. I don't mind that's a 10. I don't know where I would rank it. I disagree. I don't think it's the last good Arnold film. I love End of Days. I like Collateral Damage. I like The Last Stand. I didn't know it was the Arnold stunt doubles, at least as much as other Arnold films. I disagree. I don't think True Lies is his last good film. I disagree. You never seen Aliens? Should give it a lot. Watch. Great movie. Yeah, I think you'll like True Lies. Yeah, Eraser. I like Eraser. They came out after True Lies. Eraser was 96. Yeah, that was the same year as Independence Day, so I like Eraser. That's a good one. Eraser's another one that's underrated. It's from Chuck Russell, the guy who directed The Mask with Jim Carrey. He did the Blob remake from 1988. Eraser's a fun one. You got James Caan as the villain, uh, Robert Pastorelli. Was it Vanessa Williams? I forget what those guns are. I know it's made up for the film, but the EMP type, not EMP, but the what was the gun called in Eraser? I know it's for the film, but EM1 railgun. That's what it is. Electromagnetic railgun. I like when they make up guns for that type of stuff. Yeah, the EM1 railgun. Um, well, though the railgun is a real-life weapon concept dating back almost a century, various working examples of weapon-grade railguns have been tested by the U.S. Navy. The one depicted in the film is fictional. Well, of course. In the movie, the M1 is said to fire aluminum rounds at close to the speed of light, which is dubious for all manner of reasons. Power consumption and heating would be both impossible to deal with as an infantry weapon, but the main issue would be how a C fractional bullet would interact with the air around it. The projectile would be superheated almost instantly and burn up before it left the barrel, with the gun effectively firing a stream of plasma that would rise and dissipate. The result would be more like a hot steam gun than a projectile weapon. If it didn't, the projectile would interact with the atmosphere like a large meteor, create a massive superheated trail that behaved like a directional nuclear explosion, including white radiation in the area behind it. Far from throwing victims to the air, it would drill a hole through them so cleanly and quickly they barely noticed in the instant before they and the entire surrounding area were obliterated by the weight. The shooter would likely end up with an EM1 shaped hole in them, an equally large trail of destruction going on in the opposite direction of the gun shooting itself backwards with similar velocity to the projectile. So, in other words, it can't happen, but you know what? I still liked it in the movie. It still looked pretty cool. So, yeah, it's fiction, but it's still a cool looking gun, and I still like the movie. It still looks cool. That's part of the escapism entertainment that I just go with. May not be realistic, but at the end of the day, I do just want to have fun with the movie. Total Recall I would pick over the 6th Day. Never played Quake 2. I know there was a remaster that came out, but I never played any of the Quake games. Never played them. I never played them. Did not see the Fubar TV show. Strange Days. I don't remember much about it. Some Like It Hot. Didn't see it. Terror Trapped. I don't think I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen Alien. I like the film. You wish Arnold was the villain again. He was in Killing Gunther, which was an awful film. Rise of the Triads, never played it. The Company You Keep, never saw it. TYM Productions, hello there. Just wanted to pop in and say I've been a fan of your reviews, even the ones I disagree with, like Hereditary. I still watch and enjoy your opinion of it. Love your passion of films. Keep it up. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. TYM Productions. Okay, cool. First time I've seen you on here. Thank you for the kind words. Hope you're doing well tonight, if you're still in the chat. But thanks for popping by. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. But give me my money. No, I'm just kidding. Give me the goddamn super chat now. I'm sorry, I will not talk to anybody anymore until I get some super chats. So I need the money or I will not talk to you. I'm better than you. That's how some people act on streams. So I will not talk to anybody in the chat. I will not even look at the screen until the color scheme goes with the super chat. Yeah, I'm doing good. It's a Saturday night. By the way, does anyone live in Maine? I didn't even ask that because I know Maine is having some really bad weather. hurricane. Well, actually, they probably don't have power, so they probably wouldn't be able to see this. But if anyone sees after the fact, and you get this far, if you live in Maine and the surrounding area, hope you're doing well, man. Just so I know it's affecting the Northeast, like civil wings. I know you're up there. Are you guys being affected by it, or is it just more higher than Maine? Ratatouille, I don't mind. Uh, the Crow reboot, I don't give a shit about the Crow reboot. Jesse, I would choose Terminal Velocity. Did I ever call Miss Cleo? I never called Miss Cleo. Wasn't interested. It's fine here in Jersey. That's good. Texas, it rained a bit. But I was just asking because I know in Maine. Let me look at Maine. It's like around there. Hurricane Lee. That's where they're at. Hurricane Lee. Category 5 hurricane slammed into Nova Scotia on Saturday. Actually, I think we hear some audio right now.
Well, the winds are actually increasing here near Peggy's Cove right now, and the temperature is starting to decrease dramatically. There's a mid-level clear slot that's starting to move over the area here on the southern coastline of Nova Scotia, and we just passed low tide at about 4 p.m., and now it's starting to come back up, and the next high tide is at about 10 p.m. tonight, and so you can start to see the wave action is really starting to rocket. You can see some of those rooster tails going up 40, 50 feet as they impact the rocks, and the lighthouse here at Peggy's Cove is an area that's famous for its wave action, and the road up to the lighthouse has actually been closed for safety reasons, and this road right behind me, this was surged over at the high tide this morning, so there are all kinds of rocks that went over the road, and they've been clearing these out since during the day today. There's a lot of big loaders out here, tractors that have been getting rid of those boulders, but you can definitely start to see the onshore flow is pushing up those waves as we're starting to approach high tide this evening. Wouldn't be surprised if this road floods once again. The big impact here in Nova Scotia has been the power outages with over 100,000 people without power, and that includes the capital city of this province up in Halifax.
Over 100,000, damn. Over 100,000 people without power. Things are tough all over. That's all I'll say. Things are tough all over. And I this is a tangent. Solar power. There you go. Solar power generator. Good to be prepared. But I gotta go on this random rant because I'm looking at this news. This is why I get mad at the human race. 11-month-old baby girl dog dead after being left in a hot car by a caretaker. I'll get to super chat in 1 minute, Bobby, but let me just finish my thought here. Look at this shit. This is what I'm talking about with people being so stupid. An 11-month-old girl and a dog were found dead in a hot car far eastern Virginia on a Tuesday afternoon. The 26th hot car fatality nationwide and the second in Virginia in 2023. 26 hot car fatalities this year. Kristen, 40, acted as a caretaker for the baby and dog. Oh, what a great caretaker she was. Allegedly let them in a car with the windows rolled up from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. you left an 11-year-old girl and a dog in a fucking car. 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. on September 12th. The high temperature in nearby Newport hit 88 degrees Fahrenheit on Tuesday, sometime also in the lower 90s. It was a sunny day, which would have added to the dangerous temperatures in the car, he added. Charged with felony child abuse and animal cruelty, still under investigation. More than 1,050 children have died in the hot cars of the U.S. since 1990. And 87% of the children who die in hot cars are 3 years old or younger, the majority of whom were unknowingly left by a parent or caregiver. Before I get to the comments, let me just answer this. It'll calm me down. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it, man. This will calm me down. The only thing that's missing in your little house on the prairie is 3. Well, I want that to be missing because there's probably people in Hollywood that would have 3 little girls run around. They'd be sadly doing other horrible things. So yeah, I'm fine with that missing. I don't want any kids around here. I don't want kids around me. I don't want kids near me. No, thank you. They could go safe somewhere else, not near me. But thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat, man. You're always so generous. I know it happens all the time, but it shouldn't happen all the time. That's my point. But we're just too damn stupid stupid people doing stupid things. Yeah, 6 hours in a car. A woman caretaker left a 11-year-old girl and her dog and the dog in a car for it was more than I think it was more than like pretty much 6 hours. Fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. Stupid people. The stupid people breeding. Hey there, QJC. Stupid people breeding. Too much. I'll say it before I say it again. Some people need to either put it on the track or put it back in the sack and don't breed. There's too many stupid people breeding. That's why we have so many stupid people around, because too many stupid people years ago were breeding. And again, should have kept it in their sack or just put it on the track. Marco, I like those films more. I like Jurassic Park, but I like those films I mentioned more. Sorry. I like Jurassic Park. I'll say it one more time. But those other 15 films I enjoy more for the reasons I said in the video. There you go. 11-year-old couldn't get out of the car. Well, if the car's locked, how she don't get out? It's not like a 22-year-old. Was it 11th month? I got so mad I didn't read it properly. Maybe I didn't read it properly. I got so mad. Yeah, 11 month. Okay. I got so mad I misread it. 11 month. Yes. Sorry, I got so blinding mad I misread it. 11-month-old. Sorry, I apologize. I got so fucking mad. I just saw 11 and it's like 11 year, 11 month. I don't know why that stuff just makes me mad. 11 month. It was an 11 month. Makes it even worse. An 11-month-year-old kid. So yeah, it was 11 months. I apologize. I messed up on that. I was just looking at just people just stupid. Just stupid people, man. I mean, I know that's common. It's not news at 11. There are people that are stupid. I don't know, you don't think about it in your day-to-day life, and then you read shit like that, and you just can't stand stupid people, man. I don't know. I shouldn't get that upset about it, but it's just one of those things. I just stupid people. I just sick and tired of stupid people. Too many stupid people in the world. That should never been bred, never breed, and all that jazz. Should have been a drop on a cup. I wonder what she was doing for 6 hours, dying. That's what the 11-month-old girl was doing. She was she was dying for 6 hours, or how many hours it went. Maybe it was an hour. Maybe it was 2 hours. I don't know. But anyway, to get away from that a bit, um, oh, I'm sure leaving the kids in a car to do heroin. Well, of course, yeah, that happens a lot, Sally. Let me see if I can find what they were doing for 6 hours. You look into this. Look at this article. Trying to find it. She went inside and fell asleep. After arriving at her home, she rolled up the windows up on the car, shut off the ignition, left the dog and the child in the vehicle, he said, and then she went inside and fell asleep. She was waiting by a phone call. She went outside to check on the child, who was at this point deceased. Now, if you're asking me why did she leave them in the car, I have no idea. Um, she's probably someone that went in and thought, well, no, she's probably some idiot that said, you know what, I'm tired of the baby crying and I don't want the dog yapping. I'm just going to put him in a little bit and I'm going to sleep for 30 minutes and then it'll be fine. And I don't have to have the baby crying, the dog yapping. I'll get some rest because they don't know jack shit and their brain cells are about to dying of loneliness. Too fucking stupid to have a brain cell. So that's probably what happened. It's like it was a tough day. I just probably wanted to sleep, and I'm too fucking stupid. Give her the death penalty right now, please. Just right now. No trial, no collect go, no collect $200. Just death penalty right now. Just give her the death penalty now, please. Yeah, I've seen Deliverance. I'm not a fan of the film. I prefer Southern Comfort. I think Deliverance sucks. I think Southern Comfort's much better. Yeah. But hey there, Sloan. Yes, there are some people that should go to jail for being so stupid. Yeah, I like Clear and Present Danger. I do like the film. Grand Budapest Hotel, I didn't see it. Have them go to jail. Maybe they smarten up. Maybe. I like Rituals with Hal Holbrook. I like that film too. I like that more than Deliverance. I do quite like Rituals. I actually got that on Blu-ray. I don't know if it's right here. It might be in the other room. I mean, the other side of the room. I do like that film quite a bit, actually. Underrated film. Can you look at Woody Woodpecker movie 2017? No, I cannot. You saw Bo is Afraid. I was with your opinion on how boring it was. Well, I've been told that's a classic. So supposedly we're wrong. I was told Bo is Afraid is a classic. I don't agree with it. Do you like Cat People? Which version? There's the original and then there's the remake. Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Probably saw it once, but I don't remember a thing about it. All those anime movies kind of go together of that era of Scooby Doo. Yeah, I've seen the Star Chamber. I liked it. The original from like the 40s, whatever. It was okay. It was all right. Is E.T. the most overrated 80s movie? I don't know. Come and see, didn't see. Stranger Things, overrated. Overrated. Curse of Cat People, didn't see it. Why do you think Sly didn't have Carl Weathers and Expendables? Have to ask Stallone about it. Ask Sly about it. How would I know? He fucked if I know. Avant-garde film, avant-garde films always get a pass. Well, they shouldn't. Well, I'm not on speaking terms with Sly either, Marcos. I don't know how you think I would know. You think I'm on speaking terms with Stallone? Faust Love the Damned, I don't remember anything about it. And yeah, Civil Wings, if you're still in your good job on the 3DO of Demolition Man. That was cool that you played it. Sorry that YouTube fucked you on getting the stupid ass ending cut off. Look forward to whatever your next play, man. Your Spider-Man Lois video was gold. That film was trash. Makes you wonder what you would think of Superman Solar. What's Superman Solar? Is that another fan film? Another shitty fan film? Rob Lowe, I don't mind him as an actor. Get Out, I liked. The Light Gun, yeah, like you said, that's pretty expensive though. What was he say? It was $100. That was like triple the price. Hey, yeah, that Jackie Chan Stuntmaster is heavily expensive on eBay. Over $100 if you want the if you want the game, I guess. Pretty expensive. Superman Solar is another crappy fan film. Oh, great! They come out of the woodwork. Crappy fan films coming out of the woodwork. Prestige, I haven't seen. I like Get Out. I'm not a fan of the Skeleton Key. Hideaway, I barely remember. There's some bad effects. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Very cool. 3DO. Very cool. Least favorite Tarantino film? Hateful Eight. Okay, let me ask this. Other than Civil Wings, how many here has ever had a 3DO system? Or who here knows what a 3DO is? Yeah, I've read the Dean Koontz book, Watchers. I prefer the movie. No, the Spider-Man film was made by it was a fan film made by two pretentious diff faces. I don't know anything about the Real Genius controversy. I didn't wasn't my week to watch those actors. Do you like Daisy really? I don't give a shit about Daisy really. I, I haven't read any of Stephen King novels. I don't read a lot of novels. I don't have the time to do it, to be honest. I've never seen a Fellini film. I don't know if it looked like a VCR. Rock'n'Rolla, hello there. Oh, did 3DO look like a VCR? Um, don't. I guess maybe it depends which one you get, maybe. Omar Sinclair, hello there. Rock'n'Rolla, hello there. 3DO games, we got what says here. Alone in the Dark, Alone in the Dark 2, which I believe you played both of those. Another World. Oh, Another World. I've heard of that game. I think a friend of mine played it, but oh no, I think he played Out of This World. I think he played Brain Dead 13, which seemed like more of a one of those movies. Corpse Killer, which I know Civil Wings played on 32X, I believe. Demolition Man, Doom, which is expensive. I think that's is that the one with the good music, but everything else is shit. Movies are up $40. Well, screw that. I'm not buying $40. Not paying $40 for just a regular movie. I'll pass on that. Kevin Villa, I guess I would choose Willy Wonka from the original with Gene Wilder. Night Trap 3DO, I've never played it. Civil Wings has, not the 3DO version, but he's played Night Trap on his channel. If you want to check him out. Yeah, I know they're 3DO long, but I know that. I'm just looking here like at the list of these games. Just curious what some of these are. Yeah, I'm fascinated with systems that had a short lifespan. Jurassic Park Interactive. Well, that's one of those like more movie. Huh. Oh, I think I heard about that game. It didn't seem like much of a game, to be honest. Do I like Flor? I thought you said Florida. Florida? I don't know who Florida is. The VIT 20? I never played the VIT 20. Another World for Amiga 500? Oh, yeah, it was a computer game. Cool. Least favorite Batman characters? I don't really have a least favorite. Phantasm Mr. Fox, I haven't seen. Cutthroats 9, never seen it. Hell, a cyberpunk thriller. point-and-click adventure game. I mean, that's a good title. Hell, a cyberpunk thriller. Ah, it's a point-and-click. Hmm. Okay. So I'm just looking at some stuff. Yeah, I've heard of Flashback. I've heard of Flashback, the video game. Hills Run Red 1966. Never seen it. Wes Anderson, not my cup of tea. Yeah, I mean, didn't realize how many fucking games there are for 3DO. Jesus, had a longer life than I realized. A lot of games. It says 251 officially released, 162 in North America. There you go. Star Trek continues. I don't know what that is. Well, thank you, Ian. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Uh, hey, Matt, who do you think will win in a fictional fight? Uh, I don't know. Depends who I pay more to the writer to make who wins. Do I pay this writer more to make John Spartan win, or do I pay this more to make John Matrix win? I don't know. Stallone seems stronger, but John Spartan did beat Wesley Snipes, who's more formidable villain than Bennett from Commando. So I don't know. I'm more Stallone guy, so I'll choose Stallone. He'll kill him with the 3 seashells. They use the 3 seashells. So I'll say John Spartan with the 3 seashells. That'll be his fatality. Shove the 3 seashells up his ass and pull his spine out from his butt cheeks. There you go. That's the more common fatality. The 3 seashells up the ass, spine comes out of the butt cheeks of John Matrix. There you go. I'll choose that. Aaron, well, I mean, that's not how you spell his name, but he just never came back on the YouTube. Probably, I hope he's doing well and haven't heard from him since. It's been years, but I mean, don't know. Maybe just life. Maybe just moved on from YouTube. A lot of people do that. Premiere, I think he's talking about someone else. Never play. Well, I've never played. I've never played 3DO, Alex. Never had a 3DO. What is the one? Oh, okay, yeah, it wasn't 3DO. For some reason, I was thinking of this one game I saw someone play that just made me laugh. It was Congo the movie, because I liked the movie, but the game was laughable on Sega Saturn. So of course it's pretty expensive. Um, I won't put watching someone play Congo for Sega Saturn. It looked pretty funny. And it was like kind of like a first person shooter type of thing. I don't know, just something about it made me laugh. So uh, what was it on? I mean, I liked the movie, but like you said, the gameplay looked really funny. And I'm just curious. $50. Well, or $38. I don't know. I don't know why. I just get randomly curious about things like that. Like I said, I like the movie, but the video game was laughable. I know there's going to be a Super Nintendo version. I don't know if it got fully released. I think maybe what they worked on got leaked throughout the interwebs, but I know Sega Saturn game got released. Yeah, it was like a really bad Doom clone, Congo. But I think it's just I'm so fascinated by movie-based video games. And like I said, there's been a ton of them. There's Time Cop for Super Nintendo, and there's I don't know why. I guess because I'm a big fan of movies, so I'm just curious like how they mess it up or get it to work on. Like Gremlins for Nintendo is a really Gremlins 2, I should say. Gremlins 2 for Nintendo is a really good game. And you look at Time Cop, where is trying to be like kind of like Batman Forever game, where they're moving is a real life person that they use for the movements. I was like, I don't know about this game. They like cut off. I don't know what that means. He broke a blood vessel lifting weights alone. That's yeah. No, I don't think Twister ever got a video game. No, although I don't really know how you would make that into a video game. Yep, I do. Yep, Lethal Weapon had a Nintendo game, had a Super Nintendo game. Um, I don't know if it was on Genesis, but I know I had a Nintendo and a Super Nintendo game. Did I like Highwayman with Jim DeVito? Yeah, I don't mind it. Well, yeah, they did Goonies too, and Emerald Street. Silver Wings played that on his channel, the Nintendo game. Back to the Future, yep. A lot of people have played that game. Twister, you fight tornadoes in hand-to-hand combat, yeah. PS4 Spider-Man. I mean, I don't really do ratings. All I can say is I really like the game. It's one of the better PS4 games I played. A sequel to D Rising, it depends how it was done, how it was made, who came back for it. I'd be open to it at the time, sure. Yeah, they made a lot of movie-based games. Warlock, yep, that was another one. Rest in peace, Julian Sands. That's why you should never fucking go hiking. Do I like Cujo? Yeah, I like Cujo the movie. Dick Tracy movie, wasn't big on it. That a couple video games. Nintendo, and then I think there was one for Genesis. Well, I'm not a Wes Anderson fan because I'm not. I don't not into his movies. Scratch, I would choose Black Dynamite. Yeah, I love the Reddit video game. Really good game. Escape from Butcher Bay. I even like the sequel, Escape from Dark Athena. Favorite Toby Hooper, The Mangler. I don't play the Miles Morales PS4 game. I don't have the PS4 game, and no one has requested. So no, I'm not. No, Boogie Nights did not get a video game. Porky's did. Back in the Atari era, Porky's had a video game all the way back to Atari. So Porky's, you could play that one. Did I play NES RoboCop? No, never played it. Butcher Bay should have been the Carter movie done right. I agree. You're right. Final Fantasy Remake Part 2, I didn't even play Part 1, so no. Not do I have them. Why am I going to pay money for them to split up to 18 fucking parts? And even then, it, it's going to be for systems you don't have. Like, okay, you played this one for PS4. Well, now this one's going to be for PS5. Fuck that shit. Terry, I don't mind. Yeah, I played the Jaws video game on Nintendo. I don't think it's that bad of a game, honestly. If you know what you're doing, it's a short game. I actually don't mind Jaws. It's a simple game, but I like Jaws from Nintendo. I never thought it was that bad of a game. It's if you know what you're doing, it's fairly short. But I think it's kind of a fun arcade type of game. It's better than Jaws 4 the movie. Yeah, I know there's a Wayne's World game for Nintendo and Super Nintendo. True Lies, I never played that game. I know of it. What the hell do you do in a Porties game? It's on YouTube. Just type in Atari Porties. I think you have to climb up stuff, kind of like Donkey Kong, to get into Porties, the place of business. Seems like it plays a little bit like Donkey Kong or something. Like you go jump from one to the other and stuff. Yeah, it's Atari, so you use your imagination. Yep, I play Evil Dead for Hail to the King for PlayStation 1. Wasn't that good of a game. PS2 games were a lot better. A lot better. Yeah, Butcher Bay. I mean, I never played the Xbox version. I never had an Xbox, but I like the PlayStation 3 versions. Yeah, the cats. I guess the cat read this one and got pissed. Even worse, they said everyone who finished Final Fantasy Remake Part 1 cannot carry over their save, as splitting it up sucks, as all PS5 timed exclusive. They can't carry over their saves? Then how the hell does that work? So they just start anew with nothing saved up? Or I guess you just play the game without playing part one, I guess? Uh no Terminator, the only ones I'm uh no nothing lined up for October. And to be honest, the only thing I would do is request right now. King Kong 2005, never played it. Yeah, someone requested the mask for Super Nintendo, so that video will be coming up. They wanted me to try it out and see how far I get without cheating. I didn't get too far, but it didn't seem that bad of a game. It's just you have to, of course, like every game, learn trial and error. Right now, why not release it as one game? Because supposedly they said it's going to be too big of a game to release as one game. The Final Fantasy VII remake. They said it's too big of a game to release as one game. So that's why they're doing it this way. This is what they said. And I'm like, good. Well, I'm not buying it because I'm not buying five, six. I'll just play the PlayStation 1 version. And I suck at RPG, so I wouldn't get that far anyway. But I'd rather just play that because it's all in one game. Yeah, Terminator, feel free, man. Be my guest, Terminator. It's a lie. Well, I'm just telling you what they said. That's what they said. Blame them, not me. I haven't played Final Fantasy VII Remake. Sounds like I made the right decision to wait. Yeah. They said your save file can't carry over to part two because it would mess up the balance or something. Why the fuck? So I wonder, was that always the intention? Thoughts on Spider-Man Lotus. Cole Warner, I just uploaded a review like to today, yesterday. Like today I just uploaded it. Why don't you just watch that review to hear my opinion on it? Whiteout, pretty lame movie. Rocky Horror Picture Show, I like. Josh Pritt, this month is your birthday. Well, happy birthday. Take care, Kevin Villa. Have you ever played Three Ninjas Kit Back to Super Nintendo? No, I played a bit of the Sega CD one because it was on the emulator, and And that one, there's video footage, well, not FMV, but some added levels and footage. But then I just get bored and quit. Universal Soldier video game, I never played it, but I know of it. I've seen clips of people playing it. Seemed like it was just a different game that just called it Universal Soldier, honestly. Hey there, Caleb. Take care, Drew. Bioshock I never played. Never played Bioshock. I mean, the other stream I already show the games I have, so there's no point in showing them again. Body counts in the house from Universal Soldier, yeah. Ice-T and his group, yeah, I liked it. I do remember the Lawnmower Man video game, and there's a Sega CD one as well, and there's a Super Nintendo one. I do remember that. I do have Blu-rays. Yes, I do have Blu-rays. I've done a lot of Blu-ray updates, so yeah, I do have Blu-rays. Cop Killer, I haven't heard the song in a while, so I have to listen to it again. Lawnmower Man CGI, they don't hold up. Have you played Alien 3 on Super Nintendo? Better than the movie. Silent Hill 2 might be doing a remaster from Konami. I thought they were doing a remake. I mean, I know they're doing a remake, but now they want to do a remaster as well. What about the first game? No, I would not watch a Tom Hardy Venom show. Steam Deck, I never used. Ice-T plays a cop on TV now. Yep, that's true. He's a cop killer. Now he's a cop getting killed. Yeah, I know. He doesn't get killed in that. I know. Well, I mean, he played a cop back in the day in New Jack City, so wasn't anything new. Good Day song, never heard it. Sleepwalkers, not a fan of it, no. But I guess I'll end it here. It's 2.5 hours, so it's pretty lengthy stream. For anyone who's ever in the Maine area, if you somehow see this, I wish you guys the best of luck. Don't know when I'll stream again. We'll see. Thank you guys for coming by, watching. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Have a safe weekend. And we will see you guys later for now.